Man, I was at Starbucks about to get coffee the other day. I saw a cute little husky little puppy, and I asked the owners, "What is your husky puppy mixed with?" I ain't gonna lie, guys. This is what they said. They said Mexican. I was like, the fuck? I was asking about the dog, not the owners. Ain't y'all ever seen those blue rectangle pools you can put in your backyard that are easy to build? Well, you wanna know what I think? Every time I see one, I just think, just another place to hide a body, because they look a lot like the ones that be rolling around the hospitals. Man, let me tell you, when I used to work at the hospital, me and my homie used to play a game. The game was who counted the most bodies go out the door every day, or how many bodies did we see the Cornerstone people drop this week. I mean, let me tell you, these Cornerstone people were so clumsy. Sometimes you even see bodies rolling down the deck, dropping into the flower bed. Man, you want to know what song me and my mom thought of every time someone died at work? That old Queen song. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. So bad, but so funny. Y'all want to know what blood and Kool-Aid have in common? They both come in red, and they both stain. You just never know if it's blood or not until you smell the stench of the freeness. Did y'all know that you can make fake blood mixed with food dye and corn syrup? If you mix it right, man, I was so bored one time. I did that, then I threw it on white paper, then took pictures of it. My homies saw the pictures and said, "Man, who you kill?" I said, "No one yet. I just wanted to be like Dexter." Yo, I used to have a friend. Me and my homies nicknamed Darth Vader. He was called that because he breathed like it. Because he had one of those trait things in his neck. I know you shouldn't make fun of medical stuff on people, but sometimes you can't help it. If they're your friend and you have medical issues also, it's fair game. Plus, people with medical issues always say they want to be treated like everyone else. Plus, it's hard to sneak up on someone if you got Darth Vader behind you. Man, let me tell you, I had this guy the other day making fun of my weight recently, how I was skinny and he is not. I said, I may be skinny, but I'm also fit. He said, "You don't need that. You need more of a belly like me." I said, "No, no thanks, man. Because then I can't run if I have to, and I know you can't catch me for sure because you have enough issues trying to walk." Man, people crack me up sometimes with their weight advice. Hey guys, what do you get when a black and a Mexican have a baby? An enchilada. Y'all want to know one of my red flags when I go to a bar or a club while being a sober person? Someone walks up to you and says, "Man, you want some candy?" Man, I say no, because these days you never know if it's mixed with drugs or not. And I already have enough medical issues. I don't need more. Nah, homie. you can have that. But if you want to buy me a meal or appetizer, I'll take that. I mean, everybody loves free food, but then I know for sure it's hot and fresh. Man, let me tell you about some incidents I had with the cops, man. Man, I had this one time I got pulled over in the middle of the night. I wasn't even doing anything wrong. I just dropped off one of my friends in a nice neighborhood. A cop pulled me over and said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Well, I wasn't speeding or I wasn't doing a crime and I didn't roll a stop sign, so I have no clue." Man, he said, "You look like a suspicious character." I said, "What does a suspicious character look like exactly? Because you couldn't even see me until you got super close, and I wasn't doing anything wrong." I was laughing so hard, man. He said, "You think this is a joke?" And I said, "I think you got nothing else better to do with your time. So, unless you can find something worth giving me a ticket for, you might as well let me go because I didn't do anything wrong." Another time is, man, I was out driving and I was tired. I started getting harassed by a cop and he made me do the drunk walk. You guys know what it is. Man, I'm sober and I don't do drugs or I don't drink alcohol. Even though I don't drink or do drugs, man, my friends, they were in the car and they were explaining that I don't do that stuff. He kept saying, "I'm going to take you in for the night unless you call someone." I'm like, "Take me in for what? I don't even do anything illegal." So I had to call one of my family members in the middle of the night. They were with their friends and they had to come to me and explain the situation and explain that I don't drink or do drugs. And then I had to get a ride home from them. Another time is I was with a homie at the nighttime. I rolled the stop sign. Um, and the next thing I know, I saw blue lights behind me. My ho- my homie started panicking, throwing me his wallet and stuff. I thought he had drugs or open container alcohol on him. He's like, "I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail." I'm like, "You're going to jail for what? What you?" Uh, he's like, "I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail." I'm like, "Do you have any drugs?" He's like, "No." Do you have any alcohol on you?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Do you have any weed on you?" He's like, "No, not this time." And I'm like, "What the hell is it?" He's like, "I got a warrant out for my ass." I'm like, "For what?" He said, "My child support." I'm like, it's like, "I didn't pay it." I'm like, "Man, I don't give a crap about that." I said, "You made me think it was something a whole lot more serious." He said, "You don't get it. I'll go to jail if I get caught." I'm like, "Well, that's on you, bro." So next thing you know, the cops pulled us over and asked if they could search the car. I said, "Go ahead." I said, "You're gonna is there anything we need to be aware about that's in the car?" I said, "Yeah, there's about 15 knives because I'm always losing stuff. Um, some on the console, some in the glove compartment, some in my book bags in the back. Here's one that's in the jacket. Couple others in different places, and you'll find an empty bottle, two empty bottles of pills that I spilled. One is ibuprofen, and one is allergy relief. The pills will match with the bottles. So next thing you know, I started getting patted down. He started getting patted down by a dude officer. I had a hot cop, and I was like, getting social talk with her, and then I'm like, "This is the first pat down in a while. I actually don't mind." So, uh, so next thing I know, her her partner finds something in the car, and then it was just something I warned them about. But they're like, sir, sir, where'd you get this? It was just a bottle of pills. But I'm like, I just started laughing at them because it was just over the counter drugs. So I so I'm like, I turned around and started laughing hysterically. I'm like, you can get that you can get that at any of your local pharmacies or even a gas station. That's over the counter drugs. It's Tylenol and ibuprofen. Man, they thought I was like a pill popper or a person selling pills or something. The way they were talking to me, I was like the scene of that night on that road. And next thing I know, um, the lady cop she wanted to search me one more time, and she's like, "What is that in your pocket?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I haven't worn this jacket in like 3 years, so it could be anything." Uh, next, so you mind if I unzip the pocket? I'm like, "Go ahead." So she unzipped the pocket. Lo and behold, it was my Leatherman knife. That one of those knives that has uh, tools and a knife and a blade and stuff. Um, that you could fix just about anything with. And she's like, "I thought you said you didn't have any more weapons on you." I'm like, I said I didn't have more weapons in the car, and then I just told you I haven't worn this jacket in about 3 years, so there's no telling what's in that jacket. Like I didn't even know that was in the jacket. Next thing you know, I'm starting to get like thrown against the car, uh, thrown against the car, and then my homie there over there panicking, and then man, that whole night was a crazy. So another story is, man, I got pulled over one time, and I was driving an old Honda Civic with the green neon lights at the bottom that I installed. Well, me and my homies we were listening to some Ludacris, "Act a Fool." Man, this cop pulled me over for this. I thought I was speeding or ran a stop sign. He said, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "No." He said, "Your lights." I'm like, "Your lights? My lights? Do you mean like my license plate lights are out, or my headlights, or my brake lights are out, my wheel lights?" Um, he's like, "No, no, no." I'm like, "Is it? What is it?" He's like, "Your lights." He wouldn't stop saying your lights, and then he pointed down. I'm like, "Oh, you mean my neon lights? Did you just pull me over just to tell me how cool they were?" Uh, he's like, "No." I'm like, you know, he said, "You know those are legal." I'm like, "No, they're not, because those green are green, and they are not any emergency color, which consists of red, yellow, blue, orange. Um, and so they're completely legal in the state of South Carolina." So I said, if you wanna argue about it with me, I got papers in my glove compartment, showing proof, and we can compare notes. If you want to go get your notes in your car, we can compare this. And so he went and did that, and his partner came back, and that was the end of that. So, but then he started saying, he's like, "You need to take off your lights." I'm like, "I'm not taking off my lights. But I will turn them off for you until I drive away. Um, but I'm not taking them off because I just got to put it on." So then, man, you want to know what happened? Man, he said, "I pulled you over because someone might confuse you with a traffic light." I'm like, "If you are you serious right now?" I said, "If someone confuses me for a traffic light, my green neon lights at the bottom of my car, maybe They shouldn't even be on the road or even have a license. If that happens, maybe I'm the wrong one that you pulled over. Sounds to me like they're the one that needs to be pulled over, and they're the one that needs to be get a warning or a ticket. Because really, guys, if someone confuses some neon lights at the bottom of a car with a traffic light that should be up ahead of them, really, they shouldn't even have a driver's license or be allowed to drive. Man, people be stupid sometimes. I got so many incidents, but these are just some of them. I'm out of here for now.